Hi everyone, Dutch Reefer here and welcome to the latest Focus Friday video. Today I'm going to talk to you about growing coral on the back of your tank. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the back side of the glass. You can keep it clean, that way there will be a really nice contrast between your reef and the back of the tank. Or you can decide to just let coralline algae overgrow it, and that way it will look a little bit more natural. Or you can put corals on there, or a combination of coralline algae and corals. So I've chosen the latter. So what I've done is, since I've got this tank, I haven't cleaned the back of my tank. So what will happen is, at first regular algae will start to grow on it, so green algae, and then after a while, when the snails and fish have eaten away the normal regular algae, then coralline algae will start to appear. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say coralline algae, I'll give you a quick look. As you can see, there are purple stains on the glass, and this is actually called coralline algae. It consists of the calcium that's inside your water, and it will start growing on the back of your tank if you don't clean it. So it will start to grow on every side of the tank if you don't clean it. But since I clean the windows normally, then it will not appear. Maybe I can show you a little example. No, overall, I try to keep the normal windows clean, so there's no coralline algae other than on the back of the tank. Here you can see it better. So that's one of the things you can do, and it will, by letting it grow, it will look a bit messy, but overall it integrates nicely into the reef. So actually, since I've had reef tanks, I've never cleaned the back side of the glass. But what I did start to do is add corals to it, and there's a couple of different corals that will decorate the back of your tank really well, which are Montipora, which will grow very easily, Green Star Polyp, some mushroom corals, or Rhodactis as you might call them, and other types of corals that will creep, so that they will just start to grow from the edge. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'll show you. So from left to right, I have Green Star Polyp on the back of the tank. I've turned off the Gyre just to give you a better overview of what it looks like. So as you can see here, there's Green Star Polyp, and there's also some Rhodactis mushroom corals that started growing on there, and they are starting to spread as well. So they start to grow onto the Green Star Polyp right now, which I'm not sure I like, but it's happening. So I can remove them, but for now it looks okay. So you can see the Green Star Polyp is growing rapidly. It actually, as you look at the right side, it has just touched the very right side of the overflow box, the left side of the overflow box, or the right side of this patch, and on the left side, it's rapidly growing towards the edge as well. So I'm going to have to remove some of it. I think in a few weeks, when I feel like it. What you will notice is that whenever it grows to the top, it will start to form these little baskets. So it will keep the urge of growing, so it will continue to grow, but since it can't grow above the water, then it will grow a little bit to the inside of the tank. So that's what you see right here. Green Star Polyp is something you can put on there quite easily. Just take a patch and glue it on there, and it will definitely just start growing all over. So that's the left side. The overflow box is empty right now. I did have some corals on there, but not at the moment. You can see a big black spot over here. That's where one of the corals used to be, but I think it fell off a few months ago. So there's no coralline algae there yet, but it will come eventually. Then on the right side there are two different corals that already are starting to battle with each other. These are on the left side a Cyphastrea, and on the right side a Montipora Confusa. The Montipora is not quite visible because there is a reef pillar in front, but when I show you from the top you will see. So on the left side, Cyphastrea, it's a fairly easy to keep SPS coral. It grows quite fast. The little bulb, the blob in the middle, that's what I bought as a frag, and I just removed the stem of the frag and then just glued it on there, and it just started to spread across the glass. And directly next to that is a Montipora, like I mentioned, a Montipora Confusa, and it's a shame that it's behind this reef pillar, because it's a very nice coral. The color is toxic green and the polyps are brownish, and as you can see, right here is where the Cyphastrea is battling with the Montipora. You can see that the Cyphastrea has the upper edge, so it's winning, but the Montipora is doing everything it can to just keep growing. Like I said, the Montipora is starting to branch out into the tank as well, as you can see right here. So other than just growing on the back of the tank, as you can see here to the right, it's also decided to move into the tank, and I think it looks quite nice. So I might even break off a few of these pieces and put them on somewhere else in the tank. For example, one of those pieces is right here. There's another piece of Montipora there as well. So I decided to just break it off and put it somewhere else so it can grow. So it's just a little frag taken from the back of the tank. So like I mentioned, I turned off the current in the tank to give you a better look on the corals that are attached to the back of the tank. So right now you can see everything in the tank not moving. It's quite a different look than normally, when everything is just flapping around. As you can see, these Goniopora are quite still. One other thing you might have seen is that the T5s are off. It's an experiment that I'm doing at the moment. Because it's very hot in the Netherlands, has been very hot for a few weeks, so the tank has been heating up the house. So what I've done is turned off the T5s for about a week now, and used the LED pads that are inside the Giesemann. So normally I'm just using the blue LEDs, and at the moment I'm using all the LEDs, as you can see right here. So no T5s, just the LEDs. And for now, it's for what I can say, it's of course it has just been a week, but the corals are responding quite well to it. So no complaints here, and it will definitely help with keeping the tank a little cooler and also the house that way. So I will definitely enable the T5s again soon, but just as an experiment, see what happens. And it's been doing well. So that's the video for today. I hope you have seen enough of the things that I've done to the back of the tank. Hope you're inspired. Feel free to ask any questions if you have them. Feel free to subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. For now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.